Probably should eat one of my Granny Smiths. It gets rid of the mouth sounds.
You could just do one of your vocal exercises.
Oh, okay. I slid a sheet of sheet. I slid upon a slid of sheet. I said,
Hi.
It is the Frank and Friends show. Hi, I'm Frank Murphy.
I'm Kathryn Frady.
Thank you. Thank you for watching, liking, sharing, subscribing to our show.
Smashing that button.
Telling everyone about it. We appreciate that, trying to grow our YouTube subscriber base. You can also listen on all of the audio apps. And you can buy fabulous merchandise.
On our website at frankandfriendshow.com/store.
I'm going to try to just show you this.
Find this towel that
Here's
Frank
the sky.
is struggling with.
Here's the Frank.
There's the Frank. Where's the friend? Come on.
I've got you.
Come, good grief.
There's the friends. Here's the mountains.
They're all there.
It looks like that sign behind me is what it looks like.
A towel.
Yeah.
You can get mugs and cell phone cases, tank tops, flowy women's tops, apparently.
We should get you one of those.
We should.
You can model it for us.
All
right.
right.
I'll make a note.
Okay.
Somebody sent me some Amazon money for my birthday.
Yeah.
Today would have been my father's birthday.
Oh.
And
nice.
my friend, I've got two Nancy friends I've told you about. One is next door neighbor Nancy, and another is my New York Nancy.
Right.
Well, and today New York Nancy signed up to have a memorial mass said for my dad's birthday.
That's so nice.
At the church we used to attend in New York. So he would have been 90 today if he hadn't died at 50. So
are they going to live stream it?
I think so. Yeah,
so
on Facebook.
You can at least take a selfie of yourself watching it on the live stream. I mean, you won't be able to get like a,
Do I even try to show you? Do I dare show you?
Oh no.
Do I don't know.
Will
See,
there be
I've got a lot
picture?
of these. What I did was after Artie's first Holy Communion Mass, I went on the live stream
Of course.
to do screenshots of Artie receiving his first communion from the camera up in the choir loft. So it's not very great pictures, but
no, but that's good.
I know what they are.
Well, and they're Artie rockets.
And there's the whole class there at the end. See,
oh, that's good.
So I technically got screen grabs of somebody else.
That's good.
From
that's an improvement,
a church live stream. So
yeah.
I can certainly make a few. Anyway, also tonight on East Tennessee PBS, we're not on yet, but I'm on with the show Up Close with Frank Murphy. It's tonight's. It's not really Tuesday night. It's kind of like Tuesday night.
Right. It's Wednesday morning. Midnight. Yeah.
And it'll be Frank interviews Leanne Morgan, a nationally known comedienne who got her start at home in Knoxville.
That's exciting.
Her videos on Dry Bar Comedy have more than 50 million views, and she's on her first national headlining tour. It's called the Big Panty Tour.
Great. Maybe I can stay up after rehearsal this year and actually watch that one.
Oh, you probably could.
I probably could we'll see if I remember to.
Well, I'll send you a note.
Yeah, okay.
But also, now a year ago, you were the guest.
I was.
The first guest on that show when it started running a year ago in May. It was almost, exactly a year.
Yeah.
And
I was in rehearsal and I stayed up and I forgot to watch it.
But since then, they've put the shows on the Passport so you can watch them online.
Yeah, they're great.
So, especially her episode, she's very good. She twirls her shoe the whole time.
Yeah, look for the shoe twirling. It's one of my talents. my family all watched it.
Yes.
Yes, they were all very excited. So, my brother was like, "Oh, I see you being interviewed on PBS. I see."
Well, because you shared it on Facebook.
I shared it on Facebook, but I also sent an email to my family members.
I appreciate it. I know sometimes. No, you said you were going to share our Frank and Friends episodes on Facebook, but
I'm having trouble with Facebook. I went to try to do that this morning, and it's not.
Yeah, I saw it. You showed me. It was like dead.
Yeah.
It was like just a blank screen of sorry, we can't do that.
Yeah, I think it must be tied because my Facebook account was hacked.
How does it get hacked?
I don't know. I think somebody clearly stole my passwords, which means I probably should change other passwords.
Oh yeah.
I just now realized, so that's good. I did end up changing the password on Facebook, but within 3 minutes of them hacking me, they spent $500.
Well, okay. Now I have the two-factor notification turned on. So I frequently get emails from Facebook saying, here is your authorization code to change your password. And I just
nice.
ignore those
Right.
because I know that someone
Is trying to do that.
has gone on. My email address is not that hard to figure out. It's frank@frankmurphy.com.
Right.
So you go on there and they try to change the password immediately, and I get notified, and then they can't change it because they don't have the code to change the password. So that's the end of the hack at that point. But that happens quite a lot. So, but you also obviously got notified. You said Facebook contacted you.
They sent me an email
after
saying
these guys were in already?
Yeah, they sent me an email saying like, did you add this email address? And it was like a completely different email. It was like Kathryn.marvel.something, something, and I was like, no, that's not my email.
So they even made up an email address that looked like it could be yours?
Yeah. And
this
so
is high level hacking.
Yeah, so I went in and I had to delete that email address and then like sign up with a new password and then I was trying to figure out, like, at first I thought it was like Marble City Opera's account that was hacked, because when I saw that they had been charged, I was like, well, I'm running an ad, like, is that where they got the credit card? But I guess because I had put on, I didn't even know why my credit card was on there. So I called Bank of America and I'm talking to them on the phone. They're like, oh, you must have Facebook Pay. And I'm like, what's Facebook Pay? And apparently Facebook Pay is basically like PayPal, except way less secure. And I mean, because I guess now you have the ability to buy things on Facebook.
Yes.
And then that
they call it Marketplace or something like that.
Marketplace or something like that, which I've never purchased anything on it, but I have made donations to organizations through the donation thing, and so that's why my credit card number was on there, and so that's what they used.
Did you have to change the card number, or no? They
put a stop payment on anything going from Facebook
so
Pay.
These guys didn't even need your credit card number to send themselves money, because they're just like, oh, Facebook money, woohoo!
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really bad.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm going to strongly suggest that everyone turn on two-factor notification. I mean, nothing's perfect. I'm not saying I'll never get hacked, but I have it on all my Google accounts. So anytime, and I used to do this, when I would like be at work and use a work computer and I wanted to log into my personal stuff, I couldn't log in until I got the text with the code.
Right.
And I did that on purpose. And it's an extra step, and yes, it's a hassle. But I felt confident that no one else is logging in to my Google, Gmail, YouTube's, any of those accounts that are all under the same umbrella, because I have to get a password in order to log in.
Now that I think about it, I think I do need to change everything. I think I opened up an email that was bad. And
that could do it.
And then... Yeah.
Well, yeah, and some of those phishing emails, all they're looking for is a live account. They know that all you have to do is open it, and that says, okay, well, this person's real, this email address is legit. Let's drill down on this one. And this is not even people sitting there. It's probably bots that sift out. They probably send that to, let's say, 1 million people. Right. And if 500,000 of you react to it, then those are the ones that get the next step.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, that sucks.
Crazy.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
But you didn't lose any money. They put a stop payment.
They put a stop payment on it, and they're refunding me, and they're doing all the research.
How much was it?
$500.
What did they try to buy?
It was 2 different purchases, and I have no idea. It was like some sort of like stars something or other. I guess I have no idea.
It doesn't matter. I guess they're just trying to buy something.
Right.
If they can buy it,
it was probably for themselves in some way.
Well, a lot of times those type of criminals will buy gift cards that they can then
something like that.
Go and because it's basically you're trying to launder the money, trying to distance yourself from it.
Yeah.
One time Jerry's card was compromised, but it was in person. She'd used it, the debit card, at the old pilot station on Middlebrook Pike, which of course isn't there anymore. And then we started getting charges.
Wow.
Somehow somebody got glommed onto her account. And I think she bought something paid at the pump and bought something in the store. So we don't know exactly what happened.
Right. Wow.
If they had a cart skimmer.
Right.
That's different than what you had. But everybody's out to steal your money is what I'm trying to say.
I don't have much to steal, so please don't.
Well, so you've been working hard learning the lines for the Copper Queen, and we talked about that a bit in the last episode, and I think we'll mention it every episode because we want you to consider going to see it at the Flying Anvil Theater on June 2, 3, and 4.
That's right.
You get your tickets through Kathryn
at marblecityopera.com/tickets.
And that's a secure website.
It is, yes.
And it's always locked down.
It's on lockdown.
You don't
Absolutely.
don't use Facebook Pay. You use regular.
Yeah, exactly. But I've been practicing, and a funny thing that happened the other day was that, now I'm at the point where it's all memorized. But, you still have to warm up before you go to rehearsals.
You're saying like I would know, like I've ever memorized a show in my life. That's my fear. It's one of my fears is memorization.
Oh, okay. Well, when it's to music, it's easier. You remember a lot of songs. You know all the words to them.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. You're right, but that's what singers do. I'm always amazed that you. I mean, I see my wife do it. I see how hard she works at it.
Yeah.
Studying, especially in the foreign language.
Especially foreign language. I mean, really, it's not the words so much as like all the notes and the rhythms and like how they fit together. But we've been practicing with a track, a MIDI file track, and at the point where I can like walk around the house and do the laundry and take out the trash and do the dishes and clean up while I'm singing
this horrific, violent attack on a poor
exactly
woman.
Yes, there's a lot of stuff that's nice in it too. But
but you said that you really like the music as much as
I love it
as Puccini, which is startling to me. I can't imagine liking it as much as Puccini.
I'm obsessed with it.
All right, I'm coming to see it.
The whole cast is like, we all love it.
I'm bringing Sarah Roberto as my date. So
That's
those
so
of you know,
exciting.
she filled in for Kathryn.
Yeah.
She's Jerry's not available that night, so I have an extra. I already bought 2 tickets.
Yeah. So come and see Frank and Sarah.
Meet Sarah, one of the Frank and Friends.
And I'm really excited about the talk back that's going to happen right before the production with the wine and the cheese. That's also free, and you can come find out from the director what the show is about. But anyway.
So, but you're going to have to clean up after that too. You can sing your songs.
Maybe I'll get some board member to clean up after that.
Look over there. That's something else.
I'll put that on my list.
It's all right. So you're practicing the Copper Queen.
And folding laundry or putting, the blankets all together and everything. And James walks behind me and I hear him giggle. And I'm like, why is he laughing? And I turn around and he mouths to me that he's going to go on a walk. He doesn't want to interrupt me, but he wants to let me know. He's like, I
understand that. I would be terrified to interrupt my wife's rehearsals.
Yeah. And I was like, okay. And I just kept singing. Like I didn't miss a beat. And I was just like waved and continued to sing. So when I got done practicing, I went and found him and I was like, why were you laughing at me earlier? And he says, when you were singing? I was like, yeah. He's like, well, just what kind of caught me off guard that you're like, walking around, cleaning up and folding laundry, singing opera. It just seemed like you're like a little old Italian woman. Seemed very Italian of you,
Well, in the last episode, we learned that James can't put his own plates away. So.
Exactly. So I have a lot to do when I'm practicing.
Oh, look, here's his wedding ring again.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's a dirty plate.
Exactly. It's a lot to do.
Well, I got maybe an old Italian opera singing lady would make some kind of traditional Italian dessert. Well, no, actually,
so I should try next time.
Oh, you could make pasta.
Yeah.
I would. Jerry doesn't eat pasta, but I miss it sometimes.
I bet I could cook pasta while singing opera.
All right. Well.
All right.
That
could be an episode.
Well, my next door neighbor Nancy, and I've told you I've got multiple Nancys. I got New York Nancy, who was
Knoxville Nancy,
and who's in Bronxville. Mm-hmm. That's funny because Nancy lives in New York. Nancy lives in Bronxville. Nancy lives in Knoxville, which is similar, I guess.
Yeah.
But she made an Italian Easter dessert.
Okay.
And she didn't make it at Easter time. She just made it last week because her family was visiting. She said, we waited to make this. And normally you would make it, she said, on the Thursday before Easter because it takes 3 days to cook or to prepare.
Sorry, I'm making a mess with my water.
You have a drinking problem is what we call that. So you'd start this process, this dessert bread on a Thursday, and it cooked, whatever it does, it's ready Sunday.
Right.
It's like it's part of the reason it's an Easter thing. It takes
3
days.
Right. 3 days to rise. Yeah.
And it's called Pastiera Napoletana. You see that?
Yeah.
How would you say that?
You did a pretty good job.
Pastiera Napoletana.
There you go.
It's got to put an accent on it.
Exactly. Pastiera Napoletana.
My friend Francesca, she teaches Italian at the University of Tennessee. I could ask her, hey, but Francesca, how do I say Pastiera Napoletana?
Yeah, that's right.
I just got to think. Actually, literally what I had to do was think about her and how she sounds, and that's how it came out.
Yeah, you have to add the gestures too.
a traditional Italian Easter dessert. So I have a picture to show you.
Nice.
It looks like a pie, kind of a custardy pie with citrons in it.
Okay.
And she said it was a bread, but it had almost the consistency of like a pumpkin pie with these citrons. So kind of like to me a cross between a pie and a fruitcake a little bit.
Okay.
And I thought it was quite good, but Jerry wasn't home. The doorbell rings, and I'm sitting there going, I don't want to answer the door. I'm just gonna, if I just sit here. But then I thought, oh well, it's probably just somebody selling cable TV. They constantly are selling cable TV. I go, but it's Nancy, and I open the door, and she's right there. She's like, hey, you want to try an experiment? Like,
that's a weird way to express
I think
it.
she used to be a science. Well, she used to be a teacher. I may be a science teacher.
Okay.
So you want to try an experiment? And she hands me this thing. Holds out this thing. Yeah. And I'm like, what is it? And she says it's a Pastiera Napoletana. And she tells everything I just said about how they made it. It took 3 days, and the family was in town, and so they have this piece of it. And would I like to experiment with it and eat it? Yeah. So I'm holding it, and in the course of her describing all this, I'm thinking. I couldn't hold back. I had to say this. Okay, so you, by experiment, does that mean that I'll be the first one to taste it?
You mean like you need me to do this taste test?
Yeah, do you want to make sure it's okay?
It's good before I feed it to the rest of the people I know.
And then she realized...
You suddenly feel like you're in like a Snow White.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. But then she said, oh, no, we've already eaten enough. We had so much that she's going around the neighborhood offering it to anybody who'll take it. And it was fantastic. I loved it.
That's great.
So anyway,
So nice.
That's why I took a picture so I could show you of what it looked like before I ate it, because I wasn't going to wait and save it until taping day to do that. But let's take a moment and talk about someplace else, another friend of mine. So I've got Nancy in New York, I've got Nancy in Knoxville, and in the middle, Maureen of the Middleburg Barn at Fox Chase Farm. Let me pull up her little blurb there, but I love talking about Maureens
Barn. I mean, it's a great location. It's an event location. It's got that rustic, charm and elegance with the Swarovski crystal chandeliers.
Oh, so beautiful.
And it's a beautiful location to rent out for your wedding parties or retirement parties or really anything.
Something on Facebook the other day where it just said, the barn is a blank canvas.
That's great.
And I'll think if I can find it, because it was so, I'll just, you can look this up yourself, or I can put a link to it in the description.
But when you open up all the doors, when it's really nice outside, you have this like beautiful
the Blue Ridge Mountains.
Atmosphere around you.
It's all good. It's listed as a performance venue, a concert venue. Think about all the things you could do there. Yeah. But here it is. Our space is a blank canvas.
Oh, it's beautiful.
This is okay, but what if I went like this?
Oh. Okay. And there you go. You see all these.
So it shows all the different
looks.
ways.
I guess it's I didn't realize it would talk funny. But
yeah, you have the volume on, but it has.
I did the thing.
It's Facebook. Yeah, there.
I think we decided that we don't like Facebook.
Yeah, bad Facebook. Stop. That's probably going to give me like all these sort of like.
This is okay.
Yeah.
I know I've gotten odd ads lately for things I've been thinking about without. I don't even know.
Yeah.
So you can put up to 400 people in there. Most people do, about half that, but it's up to you. Yeah. They've got the ultraviolet HVAC system to purify the air.
That's right.
You can throw open the doors. I've seen pictures of people who have a horse come by for a wedding photo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's good stuff.
And if you just think about Middleburg Barn, close enough to your Facebook account, you will be able to find that ad very quickly.
So, the MiddleburgBarn.com or 540-687-5255 and ask Maureen about it. It's just outside the Washington, D.C. area. Very luxurious, 40 miles west of D.C. in the Hunt Country of Loudoun County, Virginia in Middleburg. Thank you, Maureen, and thank you, the Middleburg Barn.
Yeah.
All right.
Ding. Well, you know what? Speaking of food, one of the things that James and I like to do on like Saturday morning or Sunday morning is like take Sasha for a walk.
Okay.
Someplace new.
Yeah, like
outside the neighborhood.
My friend Bean loved the story about how you were walking Sasha near the alligators in Florida.
Right. Yeah.
And
pretty great.
Thankfully, Sasha survived.
Yeah, she did. So I like to take her on a walk someplace and then go get breakfast.
Oh.
And we really like Einstein's bagels.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. So we just go through the drive-through and then go home and
Oh,
get
yeah,
our
they have one
bagels.
out in Farragut. I was thinking of
Yeah.
the one closer. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So we go through the drive-through like normal. It's just like our little tradition. But recently they've been asking for tips.
Well, I think Starbucks has been doing that for a while. I mean, but
Do you tip
when you
at
say
the drive-through?
when you say asking, do you mean like there's just a tip jar, or
No.
do you?
I mean, like I hand them my credit card to pay for the food. They're like, that'll be $10 or
Yeah,
whatever it is.
yeah.
And I hand them the credit card and they say, would you like to leave a tip? And I'm like,
Hell no! I mean, you can't say that.
no,
You say-
but and most of the time I am very polite and say, oh no, thank you. But like the other day when we were driving through, I didn't mean to. I was just like, but I was in the middle of a conversation also with James. I hand them my card and they say, do you want to leave us a tip? And I'm like, no. And my whole face shifted. And
You
she
can't go
was-
back.
I know.
You
She
can't
was-
go there again.
I was like, what's wrong with you? Why would I
When-
tip you?
Do you have any upcoming plans to dye your hair blonde, or
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have
because
to.
I mean you
Yeah,
can't go back
right?
like
The whole face.
You need a wig.
I know. It was
You have
terrible.
a wig, right?
No. And so
Oh.
then I felt terrible. And then the girl was like,
Oh no!
like her whole body like was shifted and she was like so
Oh,
miserable giving me my
no.
food and the card. And I literally didn't mean to be that rude.
But no, you did mean it's just normally you're able to mask it.
Yes.
This is the real you bubbling forth because we are accustomed in the society to not tip at fast food drive-through walk-up counters.
Well, they're getting paid more than like the regular waiter or waitress would be paid.
yeah, we're not, but
So.
we're accustomed to tipping under certain circumstances where someone is, we're sitting there taking up space
And they
and
actually
time,
have to do something.
and they have to bring stuff to us. We're
and
not
then I
accustomed.
tip really well.
Yeah, because we in our brains we think, no, I got my own food and I carried my own food to the table,
Right.
therefore I don't have to tip.
Right. Right.
But I also know that with the economy and with everything, everyone's looking for an extra dollar.
Sure, but who's getting the tip? Like, are they splitting it amongst the? I mean, I need answers.
You need
like
accounting.
before I start tipping at Einstein's, I need to know: is the person who's taking the order getting that full tip? Is the person
Now,
taking my credit card getting that full tip?
I can't
is the
speak
person
to-
like making the bagel? Is the manager just taking it off the top? Is it like a Mr. Floyd, Julia Floyd situation?
Well, I'm going to guess that if it was the employee who asked you for the tip, that they must get a piece of it.
I don't know,
Why would they ask if they're not getting anything out of it?
because they're told to ask.
Yeah, but I mean, they know it's a tip. They know they're expecting to see some of it.
Yeah, maybe.
But I can't speak to Einstein Bagel, but Einstein Simplified, when you, like tonight, for example, 8:15, Scruffy City Hall, when you tip us in the tip jar,
you split it.
we split it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Actually, we save it till later in the year.
Oh, okay.
Because we don't get that much on a given night. It would be like you'd have to get out the quarters.
Here's $1.
Yeah, here's $1.75
$1.
or whatever, $3.75 for each of you.
I mean,
So what we do
tip
is
a lot there.
Yeah,
That's a good reason to tip.
save the money, and at the end of the year we get it all gets worked out.
okay.
But we also use it to buy lottery tickets, or I shouldn't say we. They. That's one of the
I think that-
long-standing traditions of Einstein Simplified is that some money comes off the top of the tip jar to buy lottery tickets.
Okay, we
hoping
need
that
to
will
have a
strike it rich.
conversation with the improv group about, the value of each of your talents. Okay. We'll set up a meeting. We're going to get you paid more frequently. Good grief. Come on now.
I do it because I love it.
know.
I would pay to be in the group.
I know. Don't say that, though.
But we do it for tips. We do not get paid other than tips. 100% of our income is tips, and then these gigs we get hired to be the entertainment at somebody's wedding renewal of vows coming up in June.
Right.
So they'll have to pay whatever a fee is. That's
Right.
different.
Right.
But for our regular Tuesday night show, yeah, we do it, and you tip us.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that the bagel shop, it's probably a pooled tip situation.
Yeah.
That everybody shares in it.
So you think I should tip them?
No, but I also think you can't go back because of the way they. There's got to be another bagel shop you can go to. What do you order there?
I mean, just like a, bacon, egg, and cheese or something.
Oh, yeah, you can get that
I
anywhere.
can make it at home. But, I mean, I don't mind going back. It's fine. What?
Just have James drive. Well,
They're like, oh, it's you again.
well, I mean, you run there's a strong chance that the turnover is so high.
Exactly.
That
They
it's
won't
not going to.
remember.
Yeah.
They're like, no, we
know.
remember that face, Kathryn.
I don't know.
It was pretty bad.
All right. Well, I want to tell you a quick animal story if I can.
Yeah, please.
I saved another animal.
Yay.
Now, in the course of my living here and having a pool, I've saved multiple animals from the pool. Most
great.
die. Most of these little moles or voles or whatever, they get
Yeah.
washed into the pool and they drown. Salamanders, if you catch them fast enough, you can get them before they die. Now, salamanders, you think could swim, right?
You would think.
But like the frogs, the chlorine will get them.
Right.
So if the frog can't climb out, and they usually can, or the salamander doesn't climb out,
Soon enough.
and I noticed the lizards. I didn't know the lizards would climb down the side of the wall, take a quick drink, but they can get out pretty
that's
easily.
good.
I've never
Yeah.
never gotten a dead lizard.
Yeah.
One time I had a box turtle, and box turtles are not turtles; they're tortoises. Let me
Right,
rephrase
they
that.
don't swim.
They're all turtles, but specifically tortoises don't swim; they sink. And it was in the pool, but somehow it managed to get into the filter and was able to keep its head above water long enough that I saved him.
That's nice.
Well, the other day, I'm doing the radio show and I'm getting something from over there, probably water. And I look out the glass door and there's a box turtle on the back deck. So I took a video of it and I was shocked. Shocked, I tell you, shocked.
Shocked.
How on earth does a box turtle get up on the deck?
He must be a pretty strong box turtle. He's been working out. He climbed up, you know?
And that's a few steps, though. It's a minimum 2
yeah.
steps.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't just. I can't.
I don't know how he did it. I mean, we could make up a story like some big bird flew by and picked him up and then dropped him on the deck. Yeah.
That's one of the possibilities I considered in real life.
Did you? Yeah.
I thought about that.
Yeah.
I thought about a dog. Although we don't have any little dogs running around the neighborhood.
Right. Yeah.
But a dog.
Well, and he would
could
have
pick
been
up.
in the fenced area, right?
Well,
It could have climbed under the fence.
he certainly could have. Yeah.
I mean, he's on an adventure, clearly.
I mean, yeah.
He's like, ooh, let's go over here. He climbs under the fence and he's like going around. And maybe he climbed up on one of those, cedar block or cinder blocks that you have and, he made his way over.
I'm baffled. I mean, I didn't think turtles were climbers, box turtles specifically, because I love box turtles.
Me too.
And ever since I was a kid, that was always an adventure for me when I go visit my grandparents at their country house on Long Island. I would always want to look for toads and turtles. That's all I cared about, was on the hunt to find toads and turtles, because for some reason when you're a kid, you think that if you pick up this turtle and bring it back and put it in a box and feed it lettuce, that
wants to be
somehow,
happy. Yeah.
somehow that's better for it. You don't realize
Right.
when you're a kid that's stupid.
I'm sure I've told you we had pet turtles that in Virginia, and that was the exact same way we did it. We just saw them on the road, and we're like, oh, we want to save this turtle.
Yes, Oh yeah, I've saved a few that are crossing the road, but you're supposed to
like put them back into
figure
a
out
safe location
where he was going and put him on that side of the road
rather
where he
than
was
take them and put them in your backyard.
where he was pointed. Yeah.
But, yeah.
So now that I'm older, and of course I've taught my kids and my grandkids not to do that. We just enjoy the fact that we get to see the lizard or see the turtle or see the frog,
Right.
and then put him back where we found him, right?
Yeah.
Or just leave him be. The
Yeah.
frogs literally I have to pick up out of the pool, so sometimes I'll carry those into the house and go, hey Jerry, look,
That's terrible.
toad. Sometimes if they've been in there too long, their legs get bleached from the chlorine. It's not good.
But we don't have any poisonous toads in this area, do we?
Not that I know of. I mean, I'd be
'Cause I
dead.
know there were some poisonous toads in Florida.
Oh, I'd probably be dead by now if we had poisonous toads.
Okay, so
Because,
that's
or I
good.
would have, either that I'm completely immune, which is unlikely, or
The chlorine is taking away their poison.
no, I think they're fine. But I was happy about the box turtle. It was just odd. And on that very same day, next door neighbor Nancy sent me a text that there was a bat in her house. So it was like a weird
That is a
wildlife
weird
day.
wildlife day.
That she had a bat and I had a box turtle on the same day. But she had her son who made the Italian, they all made the Italian pastry thing together.
Nice.
He was able to Google how to eliminate a bat from the house.
Okay.
Why are you looking up?
I'm like making sure there aren't any
No,
bats
there's
in
no bats
here.
in here. I had the chimney capped years ago from
Okay.
when we had bats.
That would be very terrifying right now if like a bat started crawling out of the fireplace.
If there's any bats in there, they're long. Well, first of all, they're long dead. Secondly, I had the chimney cleaned a year or so ago, and
Okay.
I was told that it It was built so poorly. I can't believe I lived in this house. Remember I told you how bad the roof was? The chimney was built so poorly that it's unsafe for fires. So unless I'm going to pay to have a metal tube put up it.
So I guess.
Anyway, so
goodness.
Nancy's son looked up and saw that if the way to catch a bat in the house is you get a T-shirt.
Okay.
And somehow you throw the T-shirt over the bat or catch the bat, and then you bundle it up and
In the T-shirt.
then take it to the highest point you can. So they went out on the upper balcony upstairs. They have a little back porch.
Yeah.
And you free the bat
Nice.
from that height, and it left. So she sent all this, and my immediate response, within 10 seconds, I wrote back, "Holy bat shirt,"
Of course you did.
because I wanted to get a Batman and Robin joke in
Yeah,
there
that was
right
good.
away.
That's pretty good though. Yeah, Holy bat shirt. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I would not. I would have to run out of the house and probably call Nancy because no, she's an expert, and have her come
What was
get the bat.
the last critter you had in your house?
The bees.
Oh yeah. Well, bats eat bugs though.
So I would probably just keep the bat.
They eat mosquitoes. I don't know if you ever have any interest in coming over sometime when you and your husband, if you want to sit in the pool. But if you wait late enough this time of year, right around dusk, as it starts to really get dark, the bats will dive bomb the pool.
Are you serious?
Oh, it's so cool.
That's crazy.
It's fantastic. They will dive bomb the pool, and I don't know if they're eating bugs or if they're just getting a sip of water and taking off.
That's interesting.
But I will sit there in the pool, and I will try to get as still as, you don't have to, not that hard, to get as still as possible so the water is still.
Yeah.
And they know somehow with their sonar what that is.
Yeah.
And they come down and they just skim the top of it.
Well,
They're
you watch-
silent. It's completely silent.
That's so
not
cool.
a sound.
I think that would have been cool, really, to watch during like the lunar eclipse or something like that.
Well, the bats do it when they're hungry. They don't wait. Yeah.
Well, they should have like choreographed it. I mean,
probably.
come on, like with like a full moon.
No, you're right. You're right.
Because the moon has been.
The lunar eclipse, I had to set an alarm
Did you?
for 11:30 p.m. and come crawling back out of bed to go outside and look at the lunar eclipse with binoculars. But at least I did. And then I texted you to make sure, because I knew you'd be awake.
Right.
And you saw it, right?
I did, yeah. So when I was driving home after rehearsal, like after 10, it was still like the full moon with
Yeah.
no eclipse. And then we went out to take Sasha out for a midnight stroll around 11:15 or so, and it had started. So
Yeah.
then I watched the whole thing.
Nice. 11. It went into totality, I think, at 11:29 and stayed at 12:11 a.m. was peak.
Yeah, we have a deck on our roof next to our master bedroom, so we were sitting out there. We had a
Yeah, like
perfect
Nancy
view.
has when she's
Yeah.
letting her bats out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's where I would let my bats out too if I had bats. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta always release your bats. I can't resist. I have to out the local newspaper because they had an article about the eclipse.
Okay.
And they had the times wrong. Everything was off by an hour.
Was it
So,
before the eclipse or the
This is the
day
day
after? The day before.
day before is telling you how to watch the eclipse. So I click on the story, and they had said they wrote Eastern Time in there, but I guarantee you that
They were wrong.
They copied and pasted this story from the Nashville paper because that's what they do nowadays. That the Nashville, Memphis, and Knoxville newspapers are all under the same umbrella, and it's called like the Tennessee Network or something like this. And I guarantee you that whoever wrote the story for the Nashville paper wrote it for Memphis and Nashville, and that person in Knoxville was supposed to change the times, and all they did was change it from the CT to ET, but they didn't. Everything was off by an hour.
Everything was, but
so
I
mad.
did
you see
it
too?
also. I didn't see that article, but on the Weather Channel, they had it listed wrong.
And for Central Time or for?
They had it listed as happening at like 12.
12:11 a.m. is when it was peak for
Eastern time, and that's what the Weather Channel was forecasting too. So I don't know if it just happened.
That would have been
earlier.
correct. 12:11 was correct. It started.
okay.
It was the eclipse lasted an hour and a half.
Right.
So it started at 11:29 and it went until like 12:54 or something like that, with peak being at 12:11.
Okay.
So yeah, that would have been correct.
Okay.
But our local newspaper had it all as starting at 10:29 and peaking at 11:11. I'm like,
yeah.
it was so, because I'm trying to say this on the radio. I'm
Right.
looking it up so I can say it on the radio and
Right.
not sound like an idiot. And I'm thinking, I can't say that. That's wrong. I know it's wrong.
It was cool though. I'd never seen one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you see the solar eclipse a few years ago?
I was in England when that happened.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, James saw it though.
It was amazing.
Yeah,
it was so amazing that I would like to make plans to go see the next one, which is in 2024.
Yeah. Where's it going to be?
From Texas.
I thought so, yeah.
It's going to go from Texas all the way up through, actually it goes through Cleveland and Cincinnati and Cleveland. It goes barely through Kentucky.
That's good.
And it goes through Niagara Falls.
Yeah. We can just go visit my family.
I suppose we could do a show down there, yeah.
2024?
Yeah, I think so.
That's
it's going to be right around Artie's 10th birthday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So that'll be exciting. Yeah. All right, hey, that's enough show. If you'd like to listen to more stuff,
you can find us at audibletrial.com/Frank and Friends show.
That is our code, and when you sign up for a 30-day trial of Audible through that, you're supporting the Frank and Friends show. You get all of the benefits of a full membership during the 30-day trial, including the monthly credit for a download. So be sure to take advantage of that. Download something on MP3 that you can keep forever. And you'll want to stick around and stream podcasts and original audio entertainment, and mostly, the thousands upon thousands of audiobooks that they have.
Absolutely.
And you can listen to them on all your different things. I was actually futzing with the Amazon Alexa app on my phone, and it reminded me that, here's your Audible books if you want to listen to those.
Nice.
I was looking for Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh,
I was
okay.
looking for.
Great. That's great.
But they
put
said,
a bookmark in and listen to it all across your every single device that you have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's pretty cool, and you can check it out with no obligation. But they'll, at the end of the 30 days, you got to decide, am I going to keep it or not? We hope you do.
Right. Another way you can support us is going to our website, frankandfriendshow.com/store, and purchase some merchandise, like this lovely towel that was just thrown at me. Frank and Friends show towel.
Well, it's time, at the end of the episode, Kathryn, I like to throw in the towel.
I guess we've got to.
You see, that's what I did there.
That's good.
I threw in the towel.
Good. That's good.
All right, I'll show you the hoodie too, so I have it right here. These are nice. They're hot, but they'll certainly keep you warm if you get
on a cool. They'll keep you hot on a cool day.
on a cold summer night. Not that there's that many around here. I love the weather around here, even when it gets to be 90 degrees. I don't care. I love it.
Yeah.
But the rain cooled everything off, so now you might need a hoodie.
That's true.
There you go.
That's true.
Okay. Thanks for watching, liking, sharing, subscribing. Thanks for supporting.
Smashing that button
to get notifications, and make sure you check out all of our next episodes. We just had the Andy's Custard episode, which is a YouTube only. The next one, I guess the next one will be probably Klaus, and he's not on the show, but we talked to Klaus at the Moonshine Mountain Coaster.
Nice.
Did you know who the parent corporation of that is?
No.
Shine Company.
Oh, that's right.
I didn't realize. I didn't know that they had bought the coaster.
That's why they have that discount.
Shine Company bought a mountain coaster, hired the best guy, Klaus.
Right.
Who's what is he, Austrian or German? He's really mountain coastery. He knows all that Alpine. He talks about Alpine.
Yeah, he's like extremely knowledgeable.
So anyway, that's kind of that'll be probably 10 days or so from now when we'll get that one going.
Yeah, make sure to check out Marble City Opera's website for those tickets for the Copper Queen, which is June 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
Went back and forth on all that.
Yeah,
anyway,
all right.
that's all good. This is the Frank and Friends show. I'm Frank Murphy.
I'm Kathryn Frady.
Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you again next time.